YouTube, what's going on? YC Imaging here with another video, and today we're going to be briefly going over the topic of color grading using LUTs. I just want to go over how I personally go in and tweak LUTs. First and foremost, I want to specify that no LUT goes straight on your footage and works every time. Like, I think people get that concept of a LUT just basically being you dropping it on your footage and hitting export, when that's never really the case, because it's too many determining factors that will really alter your footage from the way the person who shot it and actually colored the LUT would just differ from the footage, you know what I'm saying, color wise. So I'm just gonna go through, I'm just gonna show you all my color grading process and how I use my LUTs to get them to look the best, because I've had a few people tell me that they couldn't really achieve good colors for my LUTs, which is, I don't know, I don't understand it, but regardless, let's get into it. All right, so right here I am editing down the test that I just put up on the channel yesterday, which was me shooting with the 6300 in low light. And what I'm gonna do is, because this project is already colored, so I'm just gonna go through and remove all the color from this. I color grade using an adjustment layer, so I'm gonna take that off, and then I'm gonna also remove my color effects from my layers, which is basically me just editing the tones and stuff. So let's remove those attributes. Yeah, we're gonna remove the lumetri color. No, we're gonna leave that checked. I'm sorry. Remove that. Boom. No, actually undo that, because I want my motion to still be on there, which is me reframing the shot. So let's just go through and remove everything but that. All right, boom, we good. All right, so like I said, me personally, I color grade using adjustment layers. And basically what an adjustment layer is going to do is whatever you do to affect this layer is going to affect all of the clips under that. So right here in the timeline, you can see I have my 4K strip, which is basically just my letterbox image that I use for my videos to achieve like the widescreen bars. I'm going to leave that on, but I'm going to drop the adjustment layer right under that. So if you don't know how to create an adjustment layer, I'm going to show you right now. You click this little icon right here, the new item icon, and you go to adjustment layer. It's gonna pop up the size of the timeline settings that you already have. You just click OK. Boom, that's gonna pop up right there in your media browser tab. And you just drag that straight into the timeline and drag it over your entire video. All right, boom, so we got an adjustment layer. So right now I am editing on Adobe Premiere Pro CC. What is this? This is 2017, but I know 2015 also has as well, the lumetri color adjustment panel over here on the right side. And that's basically what I use to do my coloring and stuff like that. So when it's time for me to do my color and I want to basically keep all of the colors in the video consistent, I just go through and I find a nice little screenshot of maybe a clip that I like, and I begin to color to that. So I'm just gonna go through and try to scrub and find a screenshot that I like. I actually really like this image right here a lot, so we're gonna use this. So I click on my adjustment layer and I go to the input LUT tab over here in the lumetri color panel. And if you don't know how to get this, what you gotta do is you gotta click on the color workspace up here at the top. When I'm editing, I do the editing CS 5.5, but when it's time to color, I click on the color one, and then your panel will pop up over here. So you go to input LUT, browse, find a LUT that you want to use. I already colored this, like I said, so I'm just basically gonna recreate the color and show you how I did it. So this is the this is my LUT pack 2, and this is color number 5, I believe. Color number 5. So you go in, you click the cube, open that. No, that's actually not the color I used, but you know what? Forget it. Let's use this. I actually like the way this looks. Wow, this actually might look better than the color I used. That's kind of crazy. But all right, so we got a LUT that we like. I like the way this looks. The only adjustment I would probably have with this is I might want to increase the highlights just a little bit. So I'm going to go on the adjustment layer. I'm going to increase the highlights. Get those highlights to really pop. All right, cool. I really like the way that looks. Maybe even add just a touch of saturation to that. Let's get those colors to really pop out of there. Looks cool. Maybe drop my blacks down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh no, I can't FaceTime you. I'm doing a tutorial. I'm gonna have to hit you back, bro. All right, so drop my blacks down just a little bit. And of course, just this adjustment that I did to this clip is not going to work on all of them. So what you got to do is you got to go through your other clips and adjust those tones accordingly. So I actually really like the way this clip looks already. So I'll probably leave that clip as is. This one right here, I think I could maybe drop the blacks down just a little bit. So I'll go in and I'll adjust the shadows, not the blacks, the shadows. Adjust the shadows down a little bit. That looks amazing. I love the way that looks. All right, scrub to the next clip. This clip right here is kind of bright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the shadows down on this clip as well. Just get that a little bit darker. Maybe boost the highlights just a tad bit. Just get that contrast to really pop in there. I like that. It looks amazing. All right, this clip right here could probably use a slight contrast adjustment as well. Just boost that up a little bit. This clip right here, I could probably bring the shadows down just a little bit. Drop that down just a tad bit. I like the way that looks. Drop the shadows down just a tad bit on this clip as well. Wow, my computer is rendering really hard right now. I wonder if y'all can hear this or not. Drop the shadows down a tad bit on this clip. Drop the shadows down a tad bit on this clip. And these clips actually look kind of fine. Like if I didn't do any adjustment to these clips, I would actually probably really be happy with them. But I'm just doing some minor adjustments. This clip right here looks really nice as is. I'm just gonna drop the shadows down a tad bit. This clip right here, I'm gonna boost the highlights up just to get some contrast to pop in there. Boost the highlights way up and then drop the shadows down. Just get some contrast going on in that clip. I like the way that clip looks. I'm gonna leave it as is. Drop the shadows down a tad bit in this one. I actually really like the way this clip looks, but I'm gonna drop the shadows down just a little bit. All right, this clip right here is kind of dark, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna boost the highlights up, get those colors, those whites to really pop in there. I think this looks good though. Like I would leave this as is. I think that's fine. This clip right here is kind of dark. I might boost the highlights up just a little bit. This clip, I'm gonna boost the highlights. Yeah, that looks nice right there. I like the way that clips. I like the way that clip looks. I'm gonna leave that. Drop the shadows down just a tad bit in this one. I like the way this looks. Leave that. This is kind of bright. I'm gonna actually drop the highlights down just a little bit in this because those highlights are really booming already in the shot. I kind of overexposed that shot, but I think that looks good like that. I'm gonna drop the shadows down just a little bit. Drop the shadow. No, actually, this clip is fine. All right, so y'all get the gist of it. I'm kind of it's weird because I'm kind of upset because this color might actually look better than the color I actually put on the test that I put on the channel yesterday. If you haven't checked that test out, click this this info card when it pops up. But yo, this color might actually look a little bit better. So like I said, this color comes from my LUT Pack 2, which is the link for this LUT Pack is down in the description. It's only 20 bucks for 10 LUTs within it, and it's the golden hour pack. And these colors look amazing. So briefly, before I close out this video, I want to tell a few of the people who have already purchased my LUT Packs what the color the profile converters are for, because I know some people were kind of confused on the concept of those. Basically, the reason why I made profile converters was when I was creating the LUTs, I colored them on S-Log 2, and I know all cameras don't have S-Log2. So what I did was I made a LUT that completely transforms CineStyle footage and Cinelike D footage to S-Log2. So if you were using CineStyle or Cinelike D and you wanted to transform your footage over to S-Log before you drop this LUT on, it will look a lot better. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do that process. So this clip right here is my my letterbox, which is what I said before. So if this was all, if all this footage right here was Cinelike D footage, what I would do is I would have the adjustment layer. I would still use the adjustment layer method, but what I would do is I would make 2 adjustment layers. So I will put 2 adjustment layers on, but on the bottom one, I would go in and I would drop that. I would drop the color converter LUT on it. So you go to the profile converters right here, and like I said, if I was using Cinelike D, I would use the Cinelike D to S-Log. So I would click on that, and then I would use that cube to make that footage in the S-Log. But this footage right here is already S-Log, that's why it's not looking good. So like I said, if you use CineStyle or Cinelike D, what you want to do is you want to use that profile converter before you drop the LUT on the actual footage, and it'll make it look a lot better. So I hope this video was helpful to you all. There's so many different adjustments you can use in this Premiere Pro Lumetri Color tab panel over here. You got your simple ones like exposure, contrast, highlight, shadows, whites, and blacks, but you also have the faded film. Say if you like this color but you want a little bit more fade on it, you can go in, up your fade a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like that look that I put on my original 6300 low light test, which was like a high fade. If you wanted to achieve that, what you would do is you would just go in and you would just boost that faded film all the way up. You can see right here, you get that look. And that looks good as well. Just like the contrast, more look on this one because I have the lights reflecting off the ground, but this looks good as well. If you wanted to achieve that, you could just boost your faded film up, man. If you wanted to do a little bit more saturation, you can do that to get those colors to pop even harder. You got mid-tone. You got mid-tone adjustments right here that you can do. You can adjust colors in your shadows, highlights, mid-tones, all that type of stuff like that, man. You even got primaries on here, so secondaries, I mean. So I'm gonna close this video out right now. If you found this helpful, make sure to leave a like, man. Really helps out the channel. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna check you out on my next video tomorrow. Peace.